I just had an epiphany today. So I am live on Facebook and Instagram. This is Modesta, Mahiga from Modesta.Africa. I am your executive leadership coach, career advisor, and business consultant. Now, there's a practice that is so key. After I had a session, after practicing this thing today, it occurred to me that some people get it done right, and for a very long time I didn't get it done right. And there's some people who absolutely fail miserably at this. And do you know what it is? How to get super busy people, no time people to collaborate with you, how to get them to support you. Now, whether people have been looking for mentors, they're looking for coaches, they're looking for funders, they're looking for endorsers, they're looking for referees and recommenders. There are times we target people who are really busy. Hey, Tatiana, we target people that are the movers and shakers of things. And of course, their endorsement would be great for our cause. But by virtue of the fact that they are the movers and shakers and they're very busy, they seldom really have time for us. And so I wanted to speak to you about what I am only now really waking up to, of what it takes to get super busy people to support you. Number one, whatever it is you want people to support you with, you need to be really enthusiastic about it. Like, you need to be super excited. You need to be for yourself. You need to find this to be the best thing that could happen for whatever it is that you're looking for them for, right? So get yourself psyched up, get yourself excited right now. Because if you are not really excited about whatever it is that you're going to this super busy person for, they are not. So that's the first thing. Before you even think of what it is that you want, you better know that I am all out for this thing, whether I get this person or I don't, although it would be nice to get them. I am going to go ahead with this thing. I'm going to proceed. So number one, where is your excitement? If you're not excited about your own cause, if you're not excited about your own project, if you're not excited about your own thing, well, you're not going to get somebody else to be, especially a super busy person who probably has a bunch of other people also asking them for support. So that's the most important thing. Number one, you need to be super excited. Number two, you need to know what it is that you are doing and why you're doing it. Before you even go out there to look for people, what is it exactly that you're doing and why are you doing it? I say this all the time. Please don't think on the spot. Please don't try to wing it. Please don't try to come up with a response right there and then when people are listening to you or looking at you. You need to know before. So what is it that I'm doing? Why am I doing? And the why kind of gets back the passion and the excitement. It reinforces that. Then number three, who exactly do I think will be well suited to support me with this thing? And why them? Think it through before you go approaching people. I've had contacts where people come to me and say, people will say, I would like to do this thing. Just that. Hey, Modesta, I see you're about these things. I would like to do that. There is no ask there. So, okay, that's really great. I'm happy for you. Oh, congratulations. That's a great thing. And then sometimes people are like, well, congratulations. That's it. You had no ask for me. So be very clear. Who am I speaking to and why am I approaching them? Remember, these people are super busy. They don't have time to chew things for you, to think for you. And they're on the other end. When they started their day, they did not have you in mind. They did not have your email, your cause, or whatever in mind. You just showed up halfway through them doing their very busy life with an ask. So make sure you know who you're speaking to and why, on top of knowing what it is that you want to do and why you want to do that thing. And then listen to this. Be very mindful of these three things when you're communicating with them. The objective of you communicating with them. Why have I even approached them? What do I want to achieve? Second thing is, be mindful of what they know, of what they represent, because you will change your message and your ask depending on the audience that you're speaking to. So profile the person you've approached very well. Who are they? What do they know? What position are they in? What can they actually support you with? Many a times, especially in Korea, I tell people, stop going to the executive director, stop going to the CEO, stop going to the managing director. They're not involved in recruitment, for instance. Or I'll speak to business people and say, stop jumping to the board. They're not in management. They're not going to make a decision as to engage your business. You need to speak to somebody in management, somebody in an executive position in that organization. So think about that. What exactly are my objectives? Who is, what's the profile of the person I'm approaching? And then number 3, what are the messages? So what am I sending out to them? And get this, number 4 in the communication. What is my call to action? So when I approach them, what exactly am I asking them? So if you come to me, you say, hey, Modesta, I admire you. I say, thank you so very much. God bless you. And I might just say, a motivational word for you and your pursuits. But if you meant, Modesta, I admire you, I would really love for you to mentor me. You didn't say that. And even if you said, hey, Modesta, I admire you, I really love for you to mentor me, there is no context with that, because a mentorship relationship should be symbiotic. So I know this about you, you're about this thing, you're going here, and I'm about this thing, this is where I'm going, and this is where I am actually on my road to getting there. And I thought it would really be of value for somebody like you who's been through this journey, if you could take me alongside. And this is all I ask. I've had people who do this very well. They'll say, so what I'd like to do is I'll send you a brief, about who I am and what it is I'm doing and what exactly I'm hoping to achieve by connecting with you. And at your availability, maybe you can do this once a month. I would be grateful for that. Just once a month or maybe once a quarter, we get to meet. I send you my objectives in advance. I send you also what I've done so far. And can we have sessions that are structured around, and you mentioned, do you need strategy from them? Do you need them to give you insight because they have experience in that area? Let's say you're an entrepreneur, you've started a nonprofit. You need to be very specific with your ask. I've got my notes here. What number am I at? Am I at number 4? And then what you're going to do after that is let me get my notes closer so I don't go off camera and you guys wondering where I went. Then what you do after that is you need to script. Right? You've thought through, what are my objectives when I communicate with them? This audience, how do I profile this person exactly? What do they know? What don't they know? What position are they in? And what kind of support can I actually expect from a person of that position? Would they really be the person to go to? Or if they're my only contact at that level, would it be better for me to humbly, tactfully come and ask, could you please connect me with a member of your team that can support me with this? And if I've so presented myself so convincingly and they're really compelled to support me, then they would say, you know what, I'll do this myself. That's a great thing. But never in your ask make an assumption that these super busy people have all the time in the world to support you with your cause. But it is so key when you have written out your objectives of what you intend to achieve. Number 2, the profile, the person you're speaking to, and that they are actually well suited to support you with this. Number 3, you have clear messages of what it is you are doing, why you're doing it, how far you have come, where you mean to take it, and where you are at the moment where you're asking them to intervene or to support you. And then you have a specific call to action. What I need, what I would be grateful, what I would like for you to do is be very specific about what it is that you would ask them to do for you. Don't think about it. Don't wing it. Don't get in a situation where a person is saying, I hear you, so what do you want? Because sometimes even that in itself will unsettle you and you'll stutter. You don't even know what to say you want anymore. So think that through before you get to their presence, and then make it easy. Now this one is what I have started to learn and apply, and I'm seeing results. Make it easy for this super busy person. Make it easy for this super busy person. It rhymes. Make it easy for them to help you. And so if you can write a template, if you can give them an example, like I just came from giving somebody an example of what I'm looking for from them, because somebody else had already done that for me and they'd done it well. I'll give you this example. Let me be more specific. when I ask for testimonials, right? Testimonials of my work, testimonials of character, testimonials of, the results that I have achieved for people. My ask isn't, hey, could you just write a testimonial for when I served you, or when I gave you this service? Testimonials of, how well things have gone after working with me. I'm very specific. Dear so-and-so, or hi so-and-so. I was writing out, whether I was improving the website or I am starting to share testimonials or whatever it is. And I really would be grateful if you could give me a testimonial of your experience working with me specifically, and I will state what I would like them to address. I don't tell them what to say. So I can say specifically if you can address what challenges you had before engaging me, what the process was like, what your experience was like working with me, and what you came out of, the experience with immediately after working with me, and what, outcome, what impact that has had on your work, on your business, etc. after that. So that would be the general structure. I will also ask, could you please present this in, you can say, write a testimonial, and attaching a profile, a nice professional head, picture. Or I could ask, can you do a video that is no more than 5 minutes? So then they understand, maybe I'll say between 1 and 5 minutes. You could also ask, or, could you please share this and tag me? And then I'll give them the tags. On this platform, tag me here, write hashtag this and that and the other. So I would write it down for them to copy and paste. Then you're helping them. You're making it easy for this super busy person to help you. Come back to you with, then you might want to then remind them tactfully, give enough time. You can even say when you are asking, could you please submit this by, maybe give them a week or 2 weeks. If that works for you, kindly confirm, kindly advise if that would work for you, and they will let you know what would be better. And you can say, thank you very much. I look forward to receiving whatever it is they said they would do it. When the day has come and gone and you didn't receive it, you can check with them the day after, because people forget. Never assume what's on people's mind. Never assume silence means no, or it means disapproval. People are just busy. You do not know what are in people's minds. I struggle to capture all the thoughts in my own mind. I will never assume what's in my husband's mind, and I'm assuming that I know him better than anybody else or anyone else. So don't assume silence is rejection or silence is sabotage, whatever. Just allow the time that you had agreed, which is why it's very good to ask of a specific time. If you do not put the time for when you would like something from this very super busy person, and you hadn't asked them to advise, to confirm whether that would work for them, and then now every 2 days you start harassing them, they will delete you. And they do not know. If you ask someone to do something and they said yes, but you didn't give them a time frame, and you didn't, you didn't show that there was a sense of urgency to it. Now, don't give something, this has happened to me. Don't bring something to somebody and say, hey, could you by tomorrow? Like I said, I wasn't hanging around, scratching my head, waiting for someone to look for me to give me their work for me to look at. Are you engaging my services? Let business. You're asking for a favor from a super busy person. Please come with a little greater tact, a little wisdom, a little humility, and ask them of their availability. Or if you're going to be proactive and ask, of availability, give it minimum a week. Preferably don't ask for their communication on the weekend, because super busy people also need to, have downtime. Ask for, a week's time minimum, and allow them, to respond as to whether that would work for them. And then you can do a reminder after that time and date has gone. Once they have submitted whatever it is, because you so kindly put together a package, whether it is a template or you put another example of something similar or whatever it is that made it easy for them to actually support you. I'm on number 9 now. Look at me, I've said so many numbers. Sometimes I say numbers, sometimes I don't say numbers. Number 9, you thank them. Go back and thank them profusely for having done that, because they are super busy. You do not know when people make time to do some things. Actually, I wish sometimes we could actually profile that. People don't always have time. There are times people are in the bathroom and they're doing something for you. There are times people are in between meetings and they do something real quick for you. So please understand, if they're super busy, they're super busy for a purpose, and thank them well. Number 10, use what you asked them for. That would be nice, right? If you went and got somebody who's extremely busy, explained yourself to them, went through the work of, investment of making it easy for them to communicate with you and to support you, go back and use the thing and then give credit to them. Make sure that you mention, whether you're tagging them, whether you're putting their face on something and you're telling this, whatever it is, give credit, give praise, really show that it mattered to you. It made all the difference because you had profiled them well. And now you're going to see what you're doing because you're able to get this super busy, high profile, well-connected mover and shaker to support your cause. So I thought to come with that because I've been practicing that, and I'm very grateful to see their mistakes I've been making before. Now that I backtrack and I really try to put myself in their shoes, somebody who's busy, who's got life moving at 1,000,000 miles an hour, and probably has a lot of other people, such as me, asking for things from them, making it easier, being very clear, why them, why this, how excited I am, how valuable I think their contribution would be, and making it easy for them to be able to contribute, and using what they've shared with you and giving them the credit, thanking them, giving them credit, seeing how effective that's been. So if you've had challenges getting people to support you, whether it's funding or it's joining your board, or it's being a referee for your CV, or maybe just doing a character reference, or whatever else it is that you've been seeking people for, go back and think of these points. Am I really excited about this thing? Do I own this thing? Do I think this is the greatest thing to happen in this industry, in this sector, to this organization? What exactly do I want? Why do I want it? Why do I think that they would be the person? How have I profiled them correctly? And what am I going to say to them? What are my objectives for communicating with them? Who exactly are they, and how best positioned do I think they are, for the thing that I'm looking for? What are my messages that I'm going to communicate with them? Short and succinct, that they get it. They get what it is I'm doing. They get why I'm doing it, and they get why they, of all other people, should be the person, the person that I've chosen to engage in this thing. And what is my call to action, and how I have scripted my conversation with them so that I'm not, I don't know, okay, I'll get back to you. None of that. You get one time to do a thing. You must impress. You must show why this person should stop whenever it is that they stop and do this thing for you. And then thereafter, making sure that you have created templates, you've created an easy way for which through which that they can support you, and you thank them, and you use it, and you make sure to give credit where credit is due. Thought to share that little short something. Apply these things, guys, and see how they work out for you. You'd be surprised. You'll get a whole lot more super busy, super influential movers and shakers who usually don't have time and would probably turn you down. But when they see the amount of effort and thought that you put to this, they will make you the exception, and they will make time to support your causes. It's happened several times for me. I've actually also had the opposite happen several times because I wasn't well prepared. And I want you to have the benefit of my hindsight and prepare and do get the endorsement that you need to move forward in your career and your business. From me, Modesta Mahiga from Modesta.Africa. Hey, listen, guys, subscribe to YouTube. Not everything I put out is going to be live, so subscribe to Purpose and License on YouTube. Turn on the notifications so that you can see videos that come in. I'm going to be doing videos as often as I can, bringing to you content that's really relevant to your career and business success, for you to move from level to level as a leader. Because why? Well, if that wasn't translated straight from Swahili, then I don't know where that came from. Why? Because I believe that you can get into strategic positions of leadership and influence to not only transform your country and the industry you're in, but actually to transform this entire world. And I want to do all that I can, all that I know, impart it, share it with you to equip you to do just that. Have a wonderful, wonderful Tuesday. Until perhaps tomorrow. Bye. Be blessed.